I'm Darren. I'm a professional marketer. Micah is a professional music producer and artist located out of South Austin. All right, the music news. Micah, do you know who Belinda Carlisle is?
I got nothing.
She is the lead singer of the band The Go-Go's. Micah, do you know who The Go-Go's are?
I do, but like
We
you'd
got
have to
the
play
beat,
me some songs.
everybody. We got the
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jump back.
Oh yeah.
They were big in when I was in high school, a long, long time ago. So
Sounds
Belinda
right.
Carlisle, the lead singer, insists that the Go-Go's are done. Micah, do you need a moment of mourning?
I will.
silent
We'll
moment.
use the rest of the 26 minutes we have for a moment of silence.
Let's go quiet. That's the 26.
I
Maybe
mean,
we just-
anytime somebody's done with music, I'm always sad. I can be sad for this, but I don't. Have they even been playing at all in the last?
I don't think so. She is 64 years old now. After the Go-Go's broke up, Belinda had a solo career that was pretty good. But they were one of the very first all-female rock bands back in the day. And, we got the beat, and Our Lips Are Sealed were their two biggest hits. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021. I'm not sure they belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they are there. But for kids of the 80s, if you got to see the Go-Go's, congratulations. If you didn't, you missed your chance.
Unless it's like every other famous musician that just retires and comes back 3 or 4 or 5 times,
It's the Rolling Stones move,
Yeah.
for sure.
Or the George Strait move, or just go down the list of people.
Yeah, what is up with George Strait? He retired like 10 years ago.
50 times. He
And
just
then
keeps
now
coming
he's had
back.
all
Just
these.
Keeps on
I think
going.
what he said was, I'm retiring from like heavy touring, but he's going to do all these special shows. But he seems to have a special show once a month.
I doth agree.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. I mean,
just-
good on him. Keep singing and keep playing. You know,
George
ain't
is
gotta-
in his 70s
Ain't
now.
got to let us know you're retired, though, people. If you're not going to retire, you can just like semi-retire and just be like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
going to play shows when I want to.
Man.
I would like for people to never retire, unless they want to. If you want to retire, retire. But if you don't want to retire,
I would like to retire.
you don't
When
have
can
to-
I retire?
You don't have to do it for me. You don't have to do it for me.
Right. Well, all right. So this next news item is bizarre to me. So Sam Smith, who is a current pop star, he's
this
from
makes sense.
Canada, right?
This makes sense. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, very high voice, falsetto, talented singer. He and Madonna have confirmed a new release of their song, and they're calling it Vulgar. So Madonna posted a picture on Instagram, and the new song is going to be out this Friday, June 9th. And because their initials are S&M, Madonna keeps posting S&M, S&M, S&M. So why I find this funny is this. Madonna made a healthy living in the 80s and 90s being a shock entertainer. And, of course, they have this song called Vulgar. And now she's making these innuendos with S&M. Madonna, nobody cares anymore about this shock value. Have you seen Cardi B or
Not
Megan
shocking,
Thee
that's for
Stallion?
sure.
Your shock value, Madonna, is not going to shock.
But she's going back to
Anyone.
the thing that worked,
But it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it's
She
not
was-
the same.
She was on the Grammys a couple of months ago, and she came out with this Ryder crop whip dress outfit thing, and she tried to say some bombastic, shocking things, and nobody flinched. And Madonna, it did crowd foot, went silent.
Yeah.
And she said something like, "This is where you clapped," or whatever. But
Yeah, I
we're
remember you- I
kind of
remember you
over that.
mentioning It's hard. It's hard to shock people around
Yes.
the sexuality and sensuality spectrum. There's not that much people are shocked by anymore.
Well, in the late 80s
Although
and early
you know,
90s,
WAP
what Madonna was
WAP
doing and
dropped, and
saying,
it was a real.
that's
a
where I
real
was going
thing.
with this conversation.
Yeah.
So in the 80s and 90s, what Madonna was doing hadn't really been seen before.
Yep.
But fast forward 35 years later,
Yep.
guess what? Madonna, were you not paying attention? It's all been said and done. So,
But also, she's just making music with, and these are some of the biggest artists around right now. She's making songs with, so good for her, I guess. You know,
I'm
just
all
keep doing
for her
thing.
continuing her career and continuing her music, but
Yeah.
it's silly that she's
Do you want her to
playing
come
words.
out with like Unicorn Playhouse for kids music?
No, I want her to realize that it's not, as a marketer, I want her to realize it's not going to work.
We're talking about it.
Oh,
Is it
yes,
working?
but we're talking about it because it's silly, not in a good way.
I mean, it don't have to be good. What do they say? Any
press is
publicity,
good
any
press.
press is good press.
It's not about whether the song will be good or not. I'm sure the song's
We're
going to be
talking about it,
fine.
and guess what? We're even going to watch it on our show.
I'm worried for
We're gonna watch
Madonna
it.
that she is embarrassing herself. She is a 65-year-old woman. As I break the microphone in the studio, she is a 65-year-old woman trying to shock us, and it's not going to shock us. That's what I'm saying. We're all insulated to Madonna, so just sing your song and leave the shock stuff to somebody else.
Just part of marketing. I'm sure somebody told her to just go ahead and post all that stuff. Actually, I feel like she did on her own. But moving forward,
so
I like Sam Smith. Just to be
more news. Rapper Fetty Wap, who once upon a time my kids loved. I didn't know this, but he got in trouble a couple years ago for drug possession, and he has been sentenced 6 years in prison to drug charges.
Oh boy, no.
Yeah, what the conspiracy to distribute and possess and control substances. I will never ever understand why financially successful young people go and do this when it can't be financially motivated.
It is also a world that we don't come from. And
that's true.
Those artists come from a very hard environment, and all the people that look up to them, their friends, their whole social network, a lot of times are built in around that. So it 100%, I think, has way more to do with a social structure that we can't relate to and understand.
I totally agree with that.
And it's done because of that, because that's the crowd and the cast that they know, and they're trying to impress them, and they get bigger, and they have these outlets. And I think things just unfold and unravel. And I can't even imagine being famous 18 to 24 again. We could talk about Ja Morant for a second. You know about the Ja Morant thing?
I do.
With the guy, same idea. You know, his friend that's in part of his lifestyle, pulled the gun and then recorded it and stuff. It's just, I think two things about this. One, I think it is very sad, and I wish it wouldn't happen. And you guys are, when somebody transitions to a spot where they don't have to do things, I hope you don't. But I also think it's something we can fully never understand as they come from, a different background that's very tough, and they're trying to, build that relationship with their community and their people.
Yeah. So Mike is talking about a basketball player named is Jay Moran, but
is it Jay?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely Ja.
No, it's not.
No way.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
No way.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But you know what? Morant has a history of doing dumb things like that.
It's not good, but he's also like 19, and he just got given the moon,
he's older than
right?
19, but I get your point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's 20 now, right? Or 21.
I don't,
is he? How old is he?
Yeah, he's young. And technically, he didn't break any laws, but
he sort of broke the contract of the NBA.
That's right. That's a different deal, and that's where the conversation is.
Yeah.
So just dude, don't do things on camera.
Yeah, that was. I feel bad for him because it's no good. But anyways, moving forward.
So again, you're listening to the Darren and Micah Show. I'm Darren, and this is Micah. I'm a marketer. Micah is a musician. We're here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. week after week, providing the best content on the radio station. Today is June 6th. Micah, on this day, June 6th, way back in 1971, John and Yoko jammed live on stage with Frank Zappa.
Oh, really?
At the Fillmore East in New York.
I would love to see that.
And some of these recordings were released in 1972 on John Lennon's third post-Beatle albums called Sometime in New York City. So on this day in 1971, John, Yoko, and Frank, and yes, I hate to be that guy, but of those three folks, the one that we still have with us is Yoko. Frank is gone, John is gone, and we still have scream artist Yoko, who gets up to music and screams into the microphone and has the audacity to call it music.
Your thoughts? Do we have video of that, though? Because I'd love to see that. I
can't imagine those three didn't get together.
I'm going to scour the interwebs of YouTube.
Do you know Frank Zappa's music?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
There's like a video of Frank Zappa explaining like what he does, and it is like the perfect paradigm between the polar opposites of artists. So on one side you have your artist that's like a classical musician that reads the sheet music and plays it perfect, and it's unbelievably difficult, and congratulations. And then you have Frank Zappa that says, well, there's the guy that does that, and then you can come to my show, and you never know what you're going to get because I don't know what you're going to get, and we're just going to see what happens. And I like that about Frank because it's the polar other side. It's true improvisation. It's true whatever's going to happen is going to happen situation, and there's something you got to respect about those two polars. I've always appreciated both those rounds.
Frank was genuinely out there And I don't think it was an act with him.
No, I do not.
I think his brain was wired much different than most people.
I fully agree.
He legally named one of his daughters Moon Unit.
Nice.
And the other one Dweezil. Dweezil Zappa.
Yeah, Dweezil. I like that name, Dweezil.
Dweezil is an excellent guitar player.
Great guitar player.
Yes.
Yep.
And sometimes I think he's not taken seriously because his name is Dweezil.
I like Dweezil. I like that name.
Yeah, Dweezil had a short career. He was actually friends with Eddie Van Halen.
Well, most
they
people
they
have
played
a short
together
career.
a long time. Yeah. So anyway, I would like to see that too. But hey, take solace, Micah. We still have Yoko.
I'm not gonna stoop down to that level. I'm sure Yoko does a lot of good stuff, so maybe she doesn't sound great.
Have you seen her screaming music?
I have not.
It is. She gets together like 6 to 8 musicians, and she calls it experimental music.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like a wind section, and she just gets into the microphone and screams.
Well, maybe we could do it on the damn show.
Okay. All right, we're talking about June 6th on this day, 1965. The Rolling Stones released the single "I Can't Get No Satisfaction."
Ooh, I can't get no. No.
I was going to say, are you going to finish it?
Yeah.
But it went on. That song went on to give their band their first number one song in the UK. And it was initially played on, check this out, we were talking about shocking. It was initially played on pirate radio stations in the United States because the lyrics were considered too sexually suggestive.
And now we've made it all the way to vulgar, Darren.
Yes, and WAP.
See, WAP.
Pause that. Think about that. I can't get no satisfaction. Was too racy
Yeah,
in
and it's like,
1965.
I can't get no is in parentheses.
Yeah.
So, like, you know. Yeah, I mean, to think about, I mean, we could just go down a trip to think about where we were and where we've come to. There's so much good, and there's so much unusual things as a human race that we're like, that these things take priority and these things don't. And then, you know, just laying the foundation to get here is insane. My mind explodes. My mind explodes when I think about like I can't get no satisfaction was like outside the lines.
And Madonna should say thank you to the Rolling Stones, and I'm
sure she does.
Yeah,
she might.
To them for, I don't know, paving the way.
If she wants to like thank the original like hip thruster, she's thank Elvis. You know.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true.
But then who was before that? There's got to be somebody before that we're missing.
Well, yeah, there's a whole lot of shaking going on.
There we go.
Well, that was a remake, right, from the piano dude. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee.
Yeah, that was actually a song from like the 20s or 30s. It was like a blues song.
It's like great. Jerry Lee is awesome.
Yeah, and then anyway, so
okay,
there's that too. So again, it is June 6th. We have some celebrity birthdays. Most of them are musicians, some are not, because I wanted to fill it out. Actor Paul Giamatti.
He's only 55?
Turns 55.
I thought he was younger or older than that.
Paul Giamatti, 55. Great. Anybody orders Merlot, we are leaving. My favorite line from him. And singer-songwriter Gary U.S. Bonds is 83 years old today. 83 years young, I should say. Gary U.S. Bonds. And then Colin Quinn turned 63 from Saturday Night Live. The least funniest news update anchor of all time.
Oh, that's funny.
Colin Quinn, just criminally unfunny on Saturday Night Live for years and years and years. Bassist Sean Zelt with White Zombie is 56. I have to say, I don't know this gentleman. I've heard of White Zombie, but I can't say that I know a ton of them. You're a fan of White Zombie, right? Or whatever? No, you like White Buffalo.
Rob Zombie.
No.
White Buffalo, I like.
Yes.
I don't know White Zombie that well. Is that it?
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't even know who this is.
And anyway, here's somebody I hope you do know.
Little known facts that we don't need to know.
Record producer and musician Jimmy Jam of the time, Morris Day in the time, is 63.
I got nothing, but I know the next artist.
Jimmy Jam. So Morris, in the time, he was Prince's best friend, and he was the guy sidekick in the movie Purple Rain.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I should go do my
Yeah, Morris Day and the Time are going to be in Vegas this fall at the Strat, and I'd be lying if I said I I hadn't thought about going to go see them because they're freaking awesome.
Nice, I love it.
Uncle Cracker,
I love it.
unfortunate stage name, Uncle Cracker, who is friends with Kid Rock.
I'll tell you, man.
And Uncle Cracker is actually a wonderful singer. He is 48 years old.
Really? Anyways,
today.
wonderful singer.
Huh?
What?
Have you ever heard him sing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You don't like him?
I mean, it's not my jam.
Yeah, and then last, a guy who plays guitar.
Wait, how's it go? That song too. Everything gets hotter when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down.
He does that with Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, I don't mind Kenny. Kenny's got things going.
Bjorn Borg.
Also, Uncle Cracker, the name. Come on.
I know that is a little bad name.
Ridiculous.
Bjorn Borg, who made a living playing professional tennis, but also is a guitar player and a singer. He is 66 years old today. If you ever get a chance to watch the documentary about Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe, it's quite fascinating how they were real adversaries and they ended up being friends.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is centered around music. So that's awesome. Micah, how do you feel about your trivia?
I'm ready, dude.
Today.
I am.
This next section is called Name That Trivia here on the Darren Micah Show. Micah's been pretty good at this so far. We've done this 3 or 4 weeks now. So, Micah, going from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I would like for you to name. I'm putting them on the spot.
Oh, there's no way I'm getting these in order, but please.
Name. I'd be shocked if you can get.
There's no way.
Some of them. This is a hard one. The first few.
I don't even know what we're doing yet. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah. Name the top 5 female rappers selling. In terms of record sales, name the top 5 selling female rappers
of
all time.
Not playing into my strengths here, Darren.
Yep.
I'm gonna do my best though. Selling. That's a hard one. You
have to think of longevity, right?
Yeah, but I feel like the people out now are crushing it way more than people were in the past. Are we talking CD sales? Are we talking just like streams? Because this is confusing.
Singles, babe. Selling.
Singles.
Yep.
I mean, if I'm gonna name, I would just name popular people like Lil Kim, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Salt and Peppa. If we went back,
you've gotten 2 so far.
Okay.
So Lil Kim is number 3. Cardi B is, Lil Kim is number 3. Cardi B is number 4. So Cardi B has 31 million. So Lil Kim has 45.
Megan Thee Stallion isn't on
She
there?
is not. She's too young.
Wow. She has to be like right behind it then. Man, definitely not my field of strength. I'm trying to think of who else counts as like because I feel like somebody's gonna count in the rap field. That's
remember, you got to
like
think of longevity.
I know, but I'm trying to think back to the 80s and 90s and 2000s.
So number 5 is Missy Elliott.
Oh, Missy! Gosh, I should have had that. I should have had
4
that.
is Cardi B.
Easy.
3 is Lil Kim.
So I'm missing the top 2, the big ones. They
no,
gotta
you're
be
missing the top 3.
No, we just said 3. Cardi B, Missy
Oh,
Elliott.
I have the
Lil'
5,
Kim.
6, top 6. Oh my God.
Nice.
Elliott is 6. Cardi B is 5. Lil' Kim.
What year were they from? 80s, 90s, 2000s?
The next one on the list is 80s to now. The next one is 11 to now. The other one's from 10 to now.
2011, 2010.
Yep.
So they're not that. Most
So
of them
number
aren't that
4 is this one threw me off a little bit. Number 4 is Lauryn Hill.
That's what I was like. I was like, it's going to be a singer that they're going to count as a rapper.
Right. That's right.
I do not think of
that
her
one threw me off
as a rapper.
Okay. So number 2 is from Australia.
Oh, I got nothing.
Iggy Azalea.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
And then number 1 is from Trinidad and Tobago. She's quite funny. Very popular.
From the 80s?
No, to 2010 to now. Number 1.
Oh, it's is Trinidad and Tobago? That's not
The islands.
That's not what's her name. Rihanna? Is it?
No,
they didn't count
it's
Rihanna.
Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah, of course.
You forget about
I actually
Nicki
like
Minaj.
Nicki. I think she does a good job.
I do too. She used to be on American Idol. I think Nicki is quite funny.
Yeah, I think she's hilarious.
So yeah, they are
Oh man,
6 to 1. Missy Elliott.
I could have got 3 or 4 out of the 5 for sure.
Hey, look. Cardi B's only been around since 2015, and she's 5th on the list. So
I'm surprised.
Missy Elliott 6, Cardi B 5, Lil Kim 4, Lauryn Hill 3, Iggy Azalea 2, Nicki Minaj.
I never would have got Iggy. I should have got Missy, and I should have got.
I think Lauryn Hill is a joke to me because she is a singer, and I think she had one. She's not a joke as a person or artist. She's great. I mean, I don't.
Oh, she's awesome.
She had a couple of rap songs, and so then they throw her as a rapper. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel confused on that, but maybe I also don't know her catalog well enough that like
maybe she got more rap than I realized.
Yeah,
I don't know. She kind of fell off the face plant. I don't know what she's doing. So
yeah.
All right, we are to the very last segment of the Darren and Micah Show on Tuesday, June 26th. Thanks for coming along the ride. If you're in the car going home, drive safe. Tell your friends to listen to us. Without a doubt, the best show on the radio station. We took a poll of me and Micah, and that's what we voted. So, Micah, the last part is our pop confessional, where we listen to a pop song and we confess that we like it.
I'm kind of excited today.
Do you watch the show Peacemaker on HBO?
Negative.
With John Cena.
Which we have to call it Max now. Okay,
Max, it is
HBO.
Max. You're right.
I think John Cena is funny. I didn't know he was on a show, so no.
Oh, okay. So James Gunn, you know who James Gunn is?
Wait, John Cena's right behind you.
So James Gunn is the head of the DC Studios now. He is in complete charge of Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all that stuff. He's the one that fired all the current actors, and he is recasting Superman, Aquaman, Justice League, all that stuff. Inside of that universe, the Justice League, on the DC side of things, is a character called Peacemaker. And John Cena has been in a couple of movies. They have a spin-off, a series. It is the '1 series ever on Max in terms of original programming. It is very, very funny.
Okay.
Not like most superheroes. John is wonderful in it. And there's a band called Wigwam, who is a Norwegian glam band, formed in 2001. Yeah. I did not know that glam metal was even a thing in the early 2000s anymore. They did so poorly that their representation, their manager, dropped them. Then for some reason, James Gunn selected it to open up the show of Peacemaker with this dance that everybody in the cast does. And this band has been reborn. And the song is called Do You Want to Taste It?
I'm pumped.
This is Wigwam.
Here we go.
Wigwam.
Let's have a listen. It's Ja Morant.
All right. We were watching the video.
God.
Go ahead and review the video, Micah, while we're watching.
Oh, yes.
This is in the 2000s.
Tell me you like it. Get that.
This video makes no sense. Why is the woman wearing a helmet?
The level of ridiculous in this is so high.
It looks like Steel Panther. You know who's the band Steel Panther?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like a goof on that.
This reminds me of Spinal Tap.
Yes, it's
like
very Spinal Tap.
Nigel Tufnell.
But these guys are being serious.
I mean, they're being serious because they're trying to be famous.
I guess.
That guy is definitely serious. The lead singer's serious.
Yes, he is.
But you know, like Steven Tyler made it work, so.
Yeah, in 1975.
When did they come out?
15 years ago.
Oh, no way.
In your lifetime. They didn't even form until 2001.
That's awesome. Welcome to the show.
So they have this video has fire in a Hummer. The guy's wearing cowboy hat.
Yeah, the drums are on top
with,
of the Humvee.
Leather pants. So like Beavis and
They
Butthead.
got fire shooting out to the side.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh yeah. Some real gold right here.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, getting salty on the lead solo.
I really want to know why the woman's wearing a helmet. You get to be in a rock video. Yay! We want you to wear the helmet and no one can see.
Oh. Here's $300. Go your way.
That you have to buy your own outfit. And why the fire in the fire photo?
Why the captain's hat? Like, is he a pilot or a lead guitarist?
So again, Peacemaker.
We're gonna finish this whole song because it's that good.
Well, the dance on the show became a TikTok trend where people play the song and dance in their office, recreating the dance. So that is Wigwam, Norwegian glam metal band. They were on Eurovision back in the day. They were formed in 2001. They had a short career. They disbanded. Their management dropped them. And thanks to James Gunn, they have been revitalized, and the band is reformed and out playing music.
Can you imagine that? You just wake up one day and your guy's like, Jimmy, you're never going to believe it. Jimmy, we're back. Wigwam, we're back. We're going. It's blowing up everywhere. Check your TikTok.
I told you it was going to happen.
Accounts. I told you.
They're all quitting their jobs at Home Depot in Norway.
I'm dying. This is
Later,
too good.
bitches.
We finally did.
Walking out of Starbucks.
Yeah, just like walking out and be like, that's me, mother trucker.
It's kind of like the Blues Brother, where they have to go back and they're getting the band back together.
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, well, whenever somebody wants to give me that call, let me know, guys. All right, let me know. All right, everybody, we've had a great time here on 94.3 Wimberley Valley Radio, KWVH. This is a Darren and Micah show, throwing at you the hot sauce with the Wigwam and the John Morant conversation. So until next time, see you guys later.